Warhawks are coming in at 15-12 overall, 10-9 in GSD play. Valdosta State is 23-3, 17-2 overall. They have played great basketball lately, and we are underway here. Should be a great one. Jacob Horton on the call for you today here for this men's game, and Valdosta starts the game off with a turnover, so we're underway. This is a Valdosta State team that plays very fast. They can score a lot of points. So it could be a potentially high-scoring game if both teams are sinking shots. First possession, Bryant to the basket. He'll get 2 shots. That foul is going to be on AG, his first. That'll send Michael Bryant to the line. Bryant making his 6th start of the year. I was looking at the conference stats. His first conference start of the season as he knocks down the first. Second shot is up and good. So a 2-0 lead here for the Warhawks to begin it. As they turn it over and heads up. That can't be good. We've got an official that just went down. We got to make sure he's okay. He's kind of in the wrong place. He'll get a round of applause. You got to be careful out there. Trying to make a play on a loose ball, just really in the wrong place, wrong time. You've got to be careful out there for sure. As he gets barreled over, but he appears to be okay. He fell into the scorer's table there, but we seem to be fine. Valdosta will take over. Warhawks on top 2-0, 19 minutes to go here in the first half. Slid to the basket there, no good. That was Jones, rebounded by Moore. Warhawks looking to push up. So an all-5 senior starting 5 here for AUM today, looking to get it done. Warhawks right now are currently in 7th place. As a jumper there by Bell is no good, but could move up to 6th place in the GSC standings. They have clinched a berth in the GSC postseason tournament. Right now in 7th place, and would like to maybe move up 1 spot if they can get a win today. Jumper missed there by Putnam, and that'll bring the ball to AUM. As Bell kicks it out, Moore, right wing 3, up and good. Give me more, Joshua Moore from downtown. 5-0 lead here for AUM. Little turnaround jumper there, no good. Rebounded by Moore. Mr. Johnny on the spot with the rebound. Warhawks pushing up. They scored the game's first 5 points. They'd love to add to that here. They kick it out. Michael Bryant's going to pull off the right wing, and not a bad look, just a little bit short. That'll bring the score to 5-0. Three-pointer up on the way for Smith, and he knocks it down. There goes your shutout. Valdosta, and look at Eric is wide open under the basket. Great ball movement as he sneaks behind the Valdosta defense. Warhawks have scored 7 of the game's first 10. Valdosta State is a team that plays very fast. They lead the conference in scoring. As that shot by Guillozet is no good, but they're averaging 89 points a game. Warhawks averaging 78. That's second. Moore for 3. It's good! Joshua Moore's feeling it on senior day. The senior with 2 big three-pointers there, and he has got this crowd on their feet. Joshua Moore, 6 of our 10. Lighting him up from downtown, the big fella. He can shoot it. What that's going to do, that's going to create some other opportunities for other guys that are more prone to shoot the shot. He'll knock him down occasionally, but if he's knocking that down, that's going to create other opportunities for other guys there, as Moore's going to get tagged with a foul. Valdosta State leading the conference in scoring at 89 points a game. They are just 7th in field goal percentage, however. They also lead the conference in rebounding at 41%. at 41 rebounds a game on the year. So they do a lot of things right. Lead the conference in turnover margin as that shot is, we're going to say Reddick touched it last. So they do a lot of things right. They play fast. And they're ranked just outside of the top 10 in scoring in the nation. But they play very fast, and they can put up a lot of points on you in a hurry. That shot deterred there by Reddick. They're going to bring it up. Bell finds Bryant in transition. It's good. 12-4 to start the game. Michael Bryant give Bell the assist there on the fast break lay-in. We're off and running. Another nice defensive possession there by AUM. They're bringing it up by 8. Could take a double-digit lead here if they find the basket. Bryant tries to step back, has his pocket picked though, and Valdosta is going to get 2 very easy points here.
2 points,
Valdosta has 2 players in the top 10 in scoring. Guillozet is averaging 15.8. Daryl Jones is averaging 15.4, and Bryce Smith is averaging 14.7. That's 12th best. So they've got 3 guys averaging at least 14. As Taylor gets a nice little 15-foot jumper there, no good. Out of the basket is, it's going to be no good, and that was Putnam that went up. Moore dribbles it out. They're going to kick it out to Brian, and we'll go from there. A great turnout today. We've got this entire student section below us filled. And I'd say about 75% of the seats that you can see, the chairback sides are filled. So a great turnout here on senior day as that one turned over. Warhawks are going to push up, but they're probably going to slow it down. Taylor was met by several Blazers. That's not going to affect him, though, as he drives to the basket, cuts through, and lays it in for 2. Darian Taylor. Get him on the board with 2 points. 5 seniors starting today for AUM, looking to get it done. They played great so far, outscoring Valdosta 14-6 over the first 5 minutes. A shot blocked by Reddick. He has played well on this side of the ball so far. They're going to slow it down here as they work it down to Reddick. He's met by a couple, though. Couple of Blazers, that is. They get it out to Bell. Coming up on 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bell is guarded heavily. Got to make something happen here. Taylor, a little right-handed floater. No good. There's Moore for the rebound and the putback. Josh Moore is off to a phenomenal start. He's got 8 of our 16. And I believe that's going to be a foul on Aaron Reddick. And that's you're going to count the basket. So that's Reddick's first foul. It'll take us to our first media timeout. So 16-8 is our score. 14:22 to go here in the first half. You are listening to the Warhawk Sports Network. Kind of late where they couldn't make a basket, and Valdosta eventually pulled away and got a 95-83 win. Carlos Bell went for 21 and 12. Maharith Jackson had 17. And Darian Taylor had 14. They played them very well the last time. It's a team that, they both play pretty fast when they want and can score points, can shoot the ball well. As Bell goes up, draws contact, but no foul call. The refs are letting them play, and if they're going to let them play that way, I have no problem with it. As long as they stay consistent on both sides, that's really all you can ask for. As Putnam puts it up there, 16-10 our score. Warhawks coming out of that timeout had made 6 of their first 11. Josh Moore leading the way with 8 points, 8 of our 16. Bell to the basket, it's good. Give him 2 more. That's 5 for Carlos Bell. Valdosta State can clinch the 1 seed today with a victory. 3-pointers no good, rebounded by Reddick. Reddick is just such a nose for the basketball when it comes to getting rebounds. He's proved to be so pivotal for AUM this season at giving them extra opportunities on offense and not allowing the other team extra opportunities on defense when it comes to crashing the boards. And he's done so well a job of that this year. Definitely something that'll be missed. But they're not looking to stop playing basketball anytime soon, as we have clinched the postseason berth. Josh Moore, 15 feet out. Nothing but nylon. 10 points for Joshua Moore, and he is feeling it. 4 of 5 to begin the game. 2 of 3 from downtown. Mr. Moore off to a fantastic start. as he has been the straw that has stirred this offense over the first 8 minutes of action. Three-pointer up. Quick release there from Smith, but it's no good. Warhawks will possess it. Taylor's going to bring it up. Valdosta's going to make a line change here as soon as we have our next stoppage. Probably will be at the next media timeout. Actually, no, it won't be as the ball goes out. They're going to bring in 4 new players. Looks like Cam Hamilton, DeMarcus Addy, Ja'Cory Gallen, and is that Zach Sinclair? Actually, it's Tyler Edwards, DeMarcus Addy, Ja'Cory Gallen, and I think that's it. Jones was already out there. Also Cam Hamilton. So yeah, those are your 4 new check-ins. Hamilton was out there. The shot there was like it might have been deterred by Bell a little bit. I don't know if it was a block or not. He did kind of prohibit it. We'll take it though. 3-pointer there. A little contact. No call. Maybe it was partially blocked. You can see the shot altered somewhat. Valdosta's going to push up, and it'll be a foul. That's going to take us to our next media timeout. Warhawks up 20-10, 11:48 to go here in the first half. You are listening to the Warhawk Sports Network. Three-pointer up on the way, and that is good. I'm telling you, this is a team that's 80 there, and they can put up points in a hurry. You have to take advantage of every chance you get, and just like that, 2 more for the Warhawks. Darian Taylor with a nice lay in there to answer back after that 3. They're a team that can score points in a hurry. Kind of reminds you of those Golden State Warrior teams in the past. We're trying to translate to, compare that to an NBA team. They play fast. That was Gallen. They play fast and they can score points in a hurry. Whenever you think you've got them on the ropes, they can strike at any time. So it's just a 7-point lead now. Moore's had the hot hand in this one. They're going to say, they're going to have a hand check, I believe, on 80. So 80 will get the foul call. As they kick it out, Taylor, corner 3, it's good! Give him 3 more. Darian Taylor, a man that's meant so much to this program over the last 4 years. Knocks down through there. I know he wants to end his AUM career on a high note with a victory over the number 9th ranked team in the country as he drives there. No good. 25-17 our score. 10.5 minutes to go here till halftime. 3 ball up and on the way, and it's good. I mean, I'm telling you, you cannot give them that much space. Cam Hamilton knocks it down. They play a lot of guys. And there's really not a matchup that they don't like when it comes to, players they can bring in off the bench, on the bench, whatever. There's not a matchup they don't like, and they can score points. And they're going to tag Moore with the foul there. Looks like Bryce Smith will check back in, and the Warhawks are going to bring in Harris Jackson and Jeremiah Bozeman. This has been the starting 5 for AUM for about the last month or so. This is what they've decided to go with. Jeremiah Bozeman, the junior guard out of Alva, Oklahoma. Harris Jackson, the junior forward out of Moscow, Tennessee. 2 guys that have been very important to this team's success. Bozeman handles the majority of the point guard duties when he's on the court. That kind of frees up Darian Taylor to, come off ball screens and get in a position where he can fire off shots. Jackson to Bell. Bell to the bucket. Tries to bank one in. Almost gets it to fall. It was a weird angle there, but it doesn't go. Nice defense there for Reddick as Edward goes up. I think he wanted a foul call there, but Reddick kept his hands up, held his ground. Bell to 3, and there's Reddick right there for the putback. Nice job of being in the right place, the right time. Reddick crashing hard and gets the putback. Down low to Smith. Both teams kind of settling in a groove now. We've had points on our last few possessions. Harris Jackson, left wing three. It's good. He's feeling it early. He'll knock him down too. He's no stranger to the three ball. Quinn, he's a 26% shooter on the year, but he's made some big ones this year several times. Don't let those numbers fool you. As Reddick there helped get that one to Jackson. And the Warhawks are up 8 over the Blazers. 8.5 to go until halftime. Taylor. Jackson was looking for Bell there, no dice. And Devorius Brown, our sixth senior. 6 seniors, obviously you can only start 5. But Devorius Brown will check in for Carlos Bell, and it looks like Guillozet will come in for the Blazers. 30-22 our score. Warhawks on top by 8. 8.5 to go. Brown off the right wing, left-handed dribble to the basket, and he traveled. So Brown checks in and turns the ball over. Valdosta slowing it down, something you don't see a lot from them, but they will do it occasionally to set things up. Nice little move there to set up the look. Nice job by Jackson hauling in the board. And they're going to move it up. Bozeman puts him on skates to the basket. It's blocked. And there was even a little bit of contact, so that's going to send Bozeman to the line.
Shooting 2 for the Warhawks.
Jeremiah Bozeman will go to the line. Shoot 2. Bozeman knocks down the first. Attempt number 2 is good. So a 2-for-2 trip from Bozeman to the line. He's a 74% shooter on the year, and that'll go up even more. Guillozet to the basket. It's good. Warhawks will push up. Still up 8 as Jackson going to try to make a move. Instead, he'll defer to Brown. On the left wing, Pickett set up there by Reddick. He's going to take a step back 3, top of the key. That would have got him going. The crowd was anticipating that. It was a nice move to set up the shot. The layup there is no good. That was Putnam who tried to go up for it. So the officials really kind of letting it play here in the first half. Hadn't been too many foul calls, just 7. And right on cue, there's a foul. They're going to charge that foul to Jackson. So that brings us to the under 8-minute media timeout. Warhawks on top, 32-24, 7:17 to go. You are listening to... We've made 12 of our first 23. Valdosta State has knocked down 10 of 27. Game's leading scorer, Joshua Moore, he's got 10. Smith has 7 for the Blazers. But you really, there's no, you just can't relax in a game like this. If we even were to go up by 25, I still wouldn't be able to relax. This is a team that has the capability of putting up points in a hurry, and hypothetically, I'm not going to be in a state of relaxation until this one's over with a lead, just because of what they're capable of doing. It's going to be a game where each possession is going to be so critical down the stretch. Even starting now, you could even make an argument for. But 32-24 our score. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Taylor trying to make a move to the basket, but he turns it over. Now Valdosta will push it up and throw it down. That was AG on the slam. Taylor trying to make a move, and he'll get fouled. They're going to say no shot. It's on the floor. And that foul is on Putnam. That'll be foul number 1 for him. The team's 4th foul, and Taylor will sub out for a little bit. And Jeremiah Bozeman will check back in for him as they look for Jackson on the inbound. Bozeman out to Brown. Brown trying to make a move to the basket. Coming off some screens, they find Stanley Davis, who's also just checked in recently. Davis went up for the shot, but instead opted to pass. They find Reddick, and he bangs it in. Great ball movement there as they wait for the right opportunity, and Reddick cashes in. Three-pointer up on the way, no good. Brown with the kick-out rebound, and they are pushing up. Coach Chaney wanted them to move. Bozeman, right corner. Not a bad look there. Not a bad look at all for Bozeman. He'll shoot him occasionally, and they're going to tag Reddick with a foul there. Foul number 2 on Reddick. Just the team's 5th. So like I said, it's been a relatively clean first half if you're talking fouls. There's probably been a lot that they've let them get away with, the officials, but I think if you're given the choice, you would want them to be more on the side of allowing stuff than, blowing a whistle every time somebody got breathed on too hard. So I'm all for letting them play as long as we're good on both sides of it. Nobody wants to watch too many free throws being shot all game, or nobody wants it to turn into a free throw contest, and it hasn't. So 34-28 our score, 5.5 to go. Daryl Jones has just checked in for AUM. Valdosta State also has a Daryl Jones, so I'm going to try to not screw that up. And this will not be a basket. The foul happened before the tip-in. And that foul is on... there's not a 25 on the roster. We're going to have to clarify. And the foul's on Bryce Smith. Trying to get a name and a number with that foul. I think the original call was on someone else that did not exist. So Jeremiah Bozeman will go back to the line. He is 3 of 3 on the day after that one from the free throw line. Second one is up and good. Bozeman a perfect 4 for 4 today from the charity stripe. 5 minutes to go until halftime. Warhawks on top by 8. It's been a great start. We're 13 of 25 from the floor to begin the game. Valdosta State is just 11 of 29. That's going to pick up. You have to think it is. This team is too good, plays too well to be hovering around that percentage. Shot's no good, though. They're just not falling in the first half for the Blazers as compared to the Warhawks. As Davis gets a kick-out rebound, and Maharis Jackson to the basket with a full head of steam. No good. I kind of saw it coming. I almost thought he was maybe going to go up for something as he had a charge from about a half court when he started that little run to the basket. As the Blazers get 2 points there from Putnam. 36-30. 4.5 to go till halftime. Davis, pull-up 3. Not a bad look there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's just precision right there. Daryl Jones. The other Daryl Jones in this case. Getting a nice feed there from Putnam. Our Daryl Jones with the ball now as he's checked in. He's gotten in on the action over the last few minutes. Bozeman has it knocked away, but it's last touched by Valdosta. And that'll bring us to the under 4-minute media. So Warhawks on top by 4, 36-32. I'll say all of our spring sports with the addition of this hybrid fall/spring sport, winter sport for lack of a term there, in action today. As the Warhawks struggle to get it in off the inbound. Nobody ever really had possession, so the shot clock won't reset. 10 seconds, though. Still time to get something off, just not a lot of time to really get too creative. Just got to take the first look you get. 5 seconds now. Bozeman, he'll float a little 10-foot jump shot in there, and it's good. Jeremiah Bozeman with a nice finish there as the shot clock was dwindling away. Valdosta Warhawks are looking to set something up. Three-pointer there is no good. Rebounded by Jackson. I believe that was AG that took it. There's Davis. To the basket, up and under, and he's fouled. Nice move there to initiate the contact. That foul is on Putnam. That'll be foul number 2 on him. Neither team in the bonus yet, but I guess you could really say that both technically are now when you get to that 6 foul mark. Because all remaining fouls from here on out will result in free throws, but it's been a pretty clean first half as Davis knocks that one down. Davis, one of the best free throw shooters on the team, coming in at about 85%. In their last contest against West Georgia, Davis was fouled with 9 seconds left. He made on a three-pointer. Warhawks were down 2. He made all 3 to put us up by 1. And then West Georgia on the ensuing possession went down, got fouled, and made both of theirs with 0.6 seconds left. So it was a very tough loss for this Warhawk basketball team. They won their last 5 coming into that game. And a game they probably feel like they should have won, but can't really dwell on it too much. Had their opportunities, just couldn't do anything with them. But they've got an opportunity here today to do something. As Guillozet knocks that one down, 40-34. Coming up under 3 minutes now. Davis, right wing 3, and it's good! Stanley Davis! He's got a shot at a 4-point play. Stanley, the manly. That's big time. That is big time. That's something Davis is really, really good at, is initiating contact off of his 3-point shots. And that's the 7th foul on Valdosta State. But he does such a good job of just being able to get those shots off after getting contacted and really just giving himself a chance to knock them down. And he gets that one there, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play here. That's a big shot there. And he gets it. The very rare 4-point play. And that puts us up by 10. That's a big possession there by AUM to get 4 points. If memory serves correct, that's off of a blank possession there. The Valdosta State, they're going to fight. I'm telling you. It's going to be like this all game. They're going to be around the whole time. And Devorius Brown, little jumper there, no good. And they're gonna heat up eventually. They're gonna start making a lot more shots. So it's just a matter of if AUM can match that and can be able to equal that. As we get a foul on Daryl Jones, the AUM Daryl Jones. Daryl Jones on AG. So the first foul on Daryl Jones. But I can almost guarantee they're going to, in the second half, or heck, maybe even in this half, they're going to start knocking down some more shots at a more efficient rate, and it's just going to be a matter of whether or not we can, hang with them and match that efficiency. Just keep playing our game. It's played great to start the game. We've knocked down 14 of our first 28. That puts us at 50%. If we can stay around there, we're going to have a real shot. And if we can be in a position where we're making essentially every other shot we take, I'll take those odds. But we'll see how it is as the game unfolds. It's Bozeman, a nice little move there, and he knocks it in. Up and under, around. As he dodge, duck, dip, dives, and dodges his way to the basket for 2. 46-39, Warhawks on top. Great ball movement there to set up the shot, and 3-point shot from Guillozet. I think he wanted a foul there. I think he's saying that's the same thing that happened down there. But he knocks down the 3, and just like that, it goes from Warhawks up to, I'm telling you, in the blink of an eye, we've gone from up 10 to just up 4. That's what this team can do. And it looks like Smith wasn't ready. Guillozet was he had a shot. I think if he has the presence of mind to just look back for that, he's got an easy layup there. So a 4-point game. And they're going to say Harris Jackson traveled. So a very fast-paced first half it has been. Warhawks are up 46-42, coming up on the 1-minute mark. A word to the wides today, don't try to blink. You might miss a whole lot. Both teams are playing fast. I could have swore 30 seconds ago we were up 10. Now we're just up 4. That's just how quickly they can score. As they miss there, Daryl Jones grabs a rebound. And let's see what AUM does. Are they going to hold out or try for the 2 for 1? They're going to work it down low to Daryl Jones. His shot is contested. I think he might have wanted a foul there. Valdosta pushing up to the basket, and they're going to say that it's goaltending on Brown. So you can count it. It was close. Those are tough. That's got to be one of the toughest calls in basketball to make in real time. Because that was pretty close, but I think they got that one right. It looked like it hit off the glass first. So 46-44 is our score. Warhawks are going to hold it for one more shot. Let's see if they can add to their lead here and kind of cap off this first half with an exclamation point on this last possession. There's about a 6-second differential here. Bozeman lets one fly left wing, and it is no good. In and out. That's about as close as you can get to making it without it going in. And Valdosta State's going to take a timeout. Now, I think they even realized in a game like this is a possession that, you look down the stretch as I have, but like I said, this is one of those games where if you're watching at home, you look down on your phone for, a minute and you look up, and it's a situation like where we go from being up 10 to just up 4. You could miss a lot of basketball. And it looks like heads up over there as that one banged off the bass drum of the Warhawk Spirit Band. So a turnover, and it's going to stay with Valdosta State because AUM was the one that, was team responsible for jarring that loose. So 3.2 seconds, enough time to definitely get something off as they inbound. Daryl Jones from half court here at the half, and it is a little too. It'll be the Warhawks ball shooting back towards their bench. And it'll be Reddick, Darian Taylor, Jeremiah Bozeman, Maharith Jackson, Josh Moore, Carlos Bell. Those are the 5 that AUM will send out for the second half, and we are underway and ready to go here. As Bozeman, top of the key, dishes out to Bell. They're looking to make maybe a cut here to the basket. He's met by a pair of Blazers, though, and he'll be fouled on the floors. Daryl Jones and Clayton Guillozet. I'm going to tag Guillozet with the foul. That's Guillozet's second foul. That's what I have. I might be wrong, though. Let's double check on that. Guillozet has just one. So, yeah. Just one for Guillozet. Aaron Reddick gets a bucket there, and we are underway. That's our first field goal of the half. Reddick with 8 points and 8 boards. The Blazers answer right back with a bucket themselves. You can see a trend here of what could unfold here the remainder of the way. Telling you, this is shaping up. I think the dust settles. It might be a situation first team to triple digits wins. That foul's on Daryl Jones. It'll send Maharith Jackson to the line. That is the Warhawks' first miss on a free throw today. Shouldn't have talked about it at halftime. I think maybe that's why they missed it. I might have to chalk myself up to that one as far as the old broadcaster's jinx. Second one's good, though. 49-47, Warhawks on top. Guillozet to the basket, and he'll be fouled. Bell and Reddick were both there. They're going to charge Bell with it. And I have foul number 1, and that is right that time. So that's Bell's first. Team's first for the half. A little more extracurricular activity to begin the second half than in the first. I think they're just trying to set the record straight. I thought I saw them indicate 5, but they're making sure we get it right. That's why we've got this little bit of a pause in the action. Just making sure that everything's in place. And I believe the foul is going to stay on Bell. I'm not sure why they stopped there. Just have to leave it up to speculation. One of two trip to make it 49-48. Darian Taylor thought about taking the three. Instead, he'll pass it out to Bell. I think Valdosta State wanted to travel there. As Bell will go to the basket. His shot is blocked, rebounded by Guillozet. So bringing it up, they are moving it fast, and they're going to throw it down. That's Smith with a high percentage basket on the other end. Valdosta State now with their first lead of the game. Hard to believe. Warhawks led for the whole half. The Valdosta State got close a few times, but they're never able to get over the hump, and now they got a chance to expand on that even more. And it's Guillozet to the basket there, and just like that, Valdosta State leads by 3. I tell you, they can put up points in a heartbeat. And they're proving that here. Taylor, left corner 3. Just off the mark, but Reddick's right there. Goes up for the putback, and he's contacted, no foul. They try to work it down low. Nice job there of Reddick. Sticking his paws in there. Taylor to Bell. Fast break layup, no good. Valdosta State will slow it down here. One of the rare instances. Guillozet has 13, AG has 9, Smith has 9. So two players knocking on the door of double digits. They're going to work it down low to Jones, who's guarded by Bell, and that's a matchup that Jones is going to win. He follows up his miss with a putback, and Valdosta State is up 5. And the Warhawks are going to take a timeout. It'll stretch to a full, so it'll be a 1-minute break. If you go back to how the first half ended, Valdosta State is on a 15-3 run over the last 4.5 minutes. So the Warhawks just need to get something going. As they can't even get it off the end. That was almost 5 seconds. That was close. That was a good 4.5 there on the inbound from Stanley Davis, who's just checked in. As Bozeman will turn it over, and they're going to get 2 more easy points here. Valdosta State has scored the last 10 unanswered. A 10-0 run here. And the Warhawks just looking to get out of this little funk they're in right now. Because if they don't, this could get out of hand really quickly. And that'll help the cause. Darian Taylor gets a nice little lane to the basket there. Knocks it home for 2. That's Edwards to the basket. A nice little move there to create some separation, and he will put Valdosta State back up by 7. We're looking to draw something up here. That's turned over, and there could be another fast break opportunity. Another high percentage basket. That's Edwards again. Warhawks need to get something going before they get too deep in the quicksand here as they are. Valdosta State is starting to kind of flex their muscles, and they've thrown up a lot of points in a very short period of time here. Can't panic, though. Still got plenty of time. Jackson, deep 3. Good. We'll trade 2 for 3s, or 3s for 2s all night. 3-pointer up there is no good. It falls short. That's Davis who comes up with the rebound. Davis to the basket. This little floater there is turned away, but there's Darian Taylor, right place, right time. And actually, no, he's going to be charged with a turnover, and that's our under 16 media. 60-54 our score with Valdosta State on top here. 15-19 left. You are listening to those 7 right there, but still shooting 77% to start the half. Warhawks shooting 37%. Then you get some things going. You get a stop here or two. Make some shots, but no easy task. See if they're up for it. As they throw an alley-oop, and that is a nice finish from Bryce Smith. He got up. Smith showing off the vertical there. Moore's met with heavy pressure. Valdosta really applying that intense half-court pressure, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Could be Valdosta State's ball, up 8, and looking to add to that even more. Free ball up on the way is good. That's AG. Man, he is. Valdosta State is really coming to their own here in the second half. They've scored the last 5 unanswered. I'm just looking for some answers right here. As Jackson open underneath. Nice move. Give him 2. Harris Jackson. So that was Edwards to the basket. His shot is altered there by Jackson on the other end. They kick it around. Davis, left corner 3. Just off the mark. Jackson going for the tip in, but it doesn't fall. That's a great look there for Davis. That's arguably the best look he's gotten today. Valdosta, without skipping a beat, man. Guillozet is right there as they score in transition. Jackson making a move to the basket, and he's fouled. Trying to go strong to the hoop. Draws the contact. Now foul is on AG.
His second, team's third.
They'll send Jackson to the line. Jackson's got 9 points today to go along with 5 rebounds. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. First one up and good. Shot number 2 is up and good as well. So a 2-for-2 trip to the line by Jackson. It's just a 9-point deficit now for the Warhawks. Smith banks that one in. He's got 13 now. S'more up and under. His shot is deterred. I believe that ball was last touched by Valdosta State, so AUM will hang on to it. They'll get a new possession here. Davis going to make a move to the basket, and going to be a blocking foul. That's on Edwards.
First foul goes against Valdosta's number 1, Tyler Edwards. His second personal, team's 4th. Shooting 2, Stanley.
His second personal, the team's 4th. And Davis will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Davis shot 3 free throws in the first half, made them all. He's 4 for 4 today. Four of his 7 points have come from the free throw line. He made a 3-point shot earlier in the game. Actually, he converted on a 4-point play, if memory serves correct. 69-60. Guillozet gets fouled by Jackson, I believe. No, they're going to say Bozeman got him. Bozeman. Just the first on him, probably for the better. That would have been Jackson's second, or his, yeah, it would have been his second. So probably for the better that it's called on Bozeman as they inbound it to Daryl Jones, and they're going to count it. And that play is executed to perfection as Jones draws the contact for Moore. And that's Joshua Moore's third foul of the game. See how long they let Moore play now with his foul total. As the Warhawks looking to slowly work their way back into this. It got out of hand pretty quickly over a few possessions. Jackson goes up and he'll get fouled. Two teams really just trending in opposite directions. AUM's one of their last four. Valdosta State is 5 of their last 6. Jackson will go back to the line here for 2 more. Going to have to make all of our free throws today to want to have a chance of getting back into this one. As obvious as that might sound, got to take advantage of any opportunity we get at the free throw line. And Jackson is just 1 of 2. So Valdosta leads by 11, 12-20 to go. So we're going to download to Daryl Jones, who's guarded by Moore. Up and under, and his shot misses, but it's rebounded by Putnam, and they'll get a second chance. Jones backing down on Moore, decides to come back up, though, the three-point line. As they work it down low, that's Edwards who goes up and underneath, and he gets the Blazers 2 more points there. Valdosta State in the second half is 13 of 16. They've missed just 3 shots. That's almost tough to comprehend as that shot is missed there. They work it down low, and that's their 4th miss. If you count that, that's Putnam who gets fouled. And that foul will be on personal foul charge to Joshua Moore. On Moore. That's 4 fouls on Joshua Moore, so that brings us to our Valdosta State is 13 of 18 to begin the half. I'm going to talk about efficiency. That's 72%. Warhawks are just 4 of 12. Majority of the Warhawks points have come from the free throw. 6 of their 15 points have come from the charity stripe. Valdosta just hasn't missed shots. It's that simple. They've been knocking them down. They've given themselves opportunities. As Moore turnaround jumper no good, but right there is Agee for the putback. Got to box him out. As they fail to do that, it's a 15-point lead for the Blazers. Just under 11 minutes left. Davis, right wing 3, up just off the mark, though. And that's going to be a kick-out rebound for Putnam. And he tries to dump it off to Agee there. AUM pushing it up with numbers. Taylor, right wing 3, up and off the mark. Had a good look. And Agee kind of snowbirding there on defense. Doesn't get all the way back and is ultimately able to get a chance to throw one down, and he does. He stayed back and was able to create himself an opportunity on that fast break, and he did just that. As Bozeman goes to the basket, he'll get fouled. Like that was Jones that went up with him. I believe that's who they're going to give the foul to. That is Daryl Jones' second personal foul. Bozeman will go to the line and try to knock a few down here. First one's good. Checking in for the Warhawks, Carlos Bell, Michael Bryant, Joshua Carlos Bell, Joshua Moore, Michael Bryant are checking in, and it looks like Devorius Brown will sub in for Bozeman if he can knock this shot down. It's easy. Checked in, but checked in at the table, but yet to come into the game, and that is the case. Brown will check in for Bozeman. 73-68 our score. 10 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Valdosta State has had no trouble scoring in the second half. I'm going to say that was on Michael Bryant. His second. By the numbers, there's been 52 total points in the paint by Valdosta State in this game. You can chalk 2 more up there. That's been their bread and butter, just creating opportunities. The Warhawks just looking to get something going. Brian out to Bell. Bell thinking about it and said he's going to try to find someone open on the left wing. That someone is Devorius Brown, and he cannot knock it down. It's a 17-point lead for Valdosta, and they're going to look to continue to grow that here if they can. Shot up and good by Guillozet, and that is a 3-pointer. Valdosta just really come out and just been getting the job done. As Bryant is fouled, and you can count that. And one for Michael Bryant. Nice little finish there. Guillozet gets fouled. That's his second.
Shoot one, Michael Bryant.
Three players are in double figures for the Blazers right now. Or I beg your pardon, that's AUM I'm looking at. Guillozet has 20. 4 players are in double figures for the Blazers. Guillozet has 20. AG has 16. Smith has 11. And Putnam has 10. We've also got Jones with 8. So potentially you can get 5 or maybe 6. Edwards also has 8 points. And there's really been no shortage of scoring opportunities for the Blazers. Sharing the wealth on offense, what they've been doing here in half number 2. Right now they're at 54% for the game shooting after a very hot second half. We're going to tag Carlos Bell with that. That'll be his second.
Carlos Bell, his second, team 6.
Second foul on Bell. That scored us 39-20, 40-20 after that. 40-20 here in the second half. They've missed just 7 shots. We've made 5 field goals. They have missed just 7. To put it into perspective, I was making sure before I proclaimed what the stat was, I got to make sure I get it right. They've missed just 7 field goals. We have made just 5. To put it into perspective. That free throw is missed. 84-66 our score now. As Bryant going to find more, but instead it's a turnover, and they're going to push it up. And here's another chance at a high percentage bucket, and it's going to be Putnam who throws it down. That's got to be almost 20 points the Blazers have gotten on dunks in this game. I'd almost be willing to bet that. As Bryant wide open right wing 3, and it's good. Fire a few more of those down and see what happens. That's the turnovers. Let's see if we can build some momentum off that. Make a few shots. Who knows? Still 8 minutes left. Crazier things have happened. Let's play hard and see where it takes us. Almost had me a t-shirt there. I don't know if you saw that on our screen or not. Devorius Brown lays it in for 2. That last 3-point shot, a cheerleader threw out a t-shirt, and it landed no more than about 5 feet to the left of me up here in the broadcast table. Guillozet fires one, and man, he has been on fire in half number 2. It's going to bring his total to 23. He is 8 of 9 from the field. He has really been efficient. More 15-footer, oh, in and out. Not a bad look there, but could not get it to fall. Goes it to the basket again, and he'll miss that time, but it will not count because it's a foul. That's going to be on Devorius Brown. That'll take us to the under 8 media timeout. Warhawks down 89-71 to Valdosta State. 7:08 to go here from the AUM Gymnasium. You are listening. 11 and 9 for Smith. Guillozet 22 and 9, so a double watch for both of those guys. That's Guillozet now with 24. 91-71 our score here. They win with possession. Swinging out to Bell. Jumper there, top of the key, too, if it's good. Rebounded by Valdosta State. Goes it for 3, a rare miss. And it's rebounded by Bell. The Warhawks are going to push up. Bell going to try to go coast to coast, and he does. Carlos Bell for 2. And they'll turn it over.
AUM ball. Returning for the Blazers, number 15, Daryl Jones.
Daryl Jones will check back in for the Blazers. Bell down low, looking to draw some contact, and he does. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. That foul is going to be on Smith.
His
second foul on him.
Shooting 2 for the Warhawks, Carlos Bell.
So Bell will go to the free throw line here. He's got just 4 points on the day. They've really bottled him up. Haven't given him a lot of opportunity. Maher Jackson's our leading scorer with 12. Bozeman has 10. Michael Bryant also has 10. This Devorius Brown checks out. Stanley Davis subs in for him. 12 for 11. Both free throws are good. The Blazers are 9 away from the century mark, and they've got, if you're keeping time by Valdosta standards, plenty of time when it comes to scoring to get there. They've shown today just how lethal they can be in a short amount of time. The 3 ball is up and good. More. We'll do something instead. Opts out to Davis. Davis looking to get a little help. Finds Bell on the right wing. He's going to try to dribble drive to the basket. Jones is all over him, and he's going to be fouled. That'll be his 3rd foul. As Bell's first attempt is no good. Attempt number 2 up on the way and good. Quick update at baseball. Warhawks are on top 3-2 over Montevallo. In the bottom of the 6th. Inbound to the basket. That is Putnam, and he puts it up and in. Valdosta, like I said, really just not having much trouble here in the second half scoring points. Scoring at will. Three-pointer by Taylor, up and good. That's going to warrant a timeout from AUM, so we'll pause as well. Monarchs down 96-79, 4:34 to go. So we do have an update for you for our tennis fans. The women's tennis team bested Young Harris College 6-1. The men won 7-0. So both of those teams playing really well this past week. They both get a pair of wins. Daryl Jones to the basket. Needs two more, and Valdosta State needs just two more to eclipse the century mark. Bell to the basket. Count it. 98-81 now our score. 3:54 to go. Five Blazers now in double figures. Guillozet has 24. AG has 19. And that turnover will lead to our... It's going to be a technical foul. It's got to be. Michael Bryant takes a three off the right wing. It misses, though. (98-81) our score. 3 minutes to go. See if the Warhawks can do something pretty crazy here over the last 3 minutes. Going to take some stops and some scores, though. The three ball up on the way, no good. Got a box out. Right there is Putnam, and the Blazers will get another shot here. When you're down like that, as late as it is, you really cannot afford to give away extra possessions like that. Certainly not going to be a recipe to get you back into the game, but that's what happened. Jump shot there, no good. And he's got a box out. That's too easy. That's AG, and he gets another chance, and the Warhawks finally get the ball after about a full minute of time goes off. Bell trying to go to the basket, and he's fouled. And that foul is on Putnam. That's his third.
Personal foul charged to Burke Putnam. Team's 10th. Shooting two, Carlos Bell. Knocks down the first. So if this score holds, Valdosta State will be your 1 seed. They will play Montevallo in Valdosta, Georgia, on Super Tuesday. And if the Warhawks can't mount a comeback within the next 2 minutes, which is not looking very good at the moment, we're going to be the 7th seed, and we will travel to Lee University, a team they've beaten twice this year, so that they've proven they can beat them. Certainly going to be tough, though. I think that's just, third time playing them. It'll be the postseason. It's going to be tough to go into that kind of environment and knock them off, but it can be done. There's no doubting this team. We've accomplished so much this year. We've done so many just unbelievable things, whether it's coming back from a 29-point deficit or multiple occasions this year. We've come back from big deficits in games. It's just the fight that this team has showed throughout the year. There were several games this year. To begin the year, there was a 3-game stretch in January where we lost 3 games by a combined 6 points. So there's been some heartbreak, lots of good things, bad things happen. It's a 3 ball there by Taylor. Don't count us out just yet. Need a stop here, though. If you don't stop him here, you pretty much put a bow in this one. And they might play fast, but they're going to play pretty slow here. I can almost guarantee you that. They're going to use all of that clock, as they should. Jones showing off the moves there. They're going to kick it out. That's Smith. Misses, and that's a rebound. That's pretty much going to do it. You cannot give them another opportunity. They're going to bleed as much clock as possible. So you can chalk up a victory for Valdosta State as they came in and just shot the lights out in half number 2. That shot blocked there by Moore. Michael Bryant, left wing 3, no good. And Coach Chaney is just going to say, don't worry about it. And the shot clock's off. That's going to do it. Valdosta State is going to win 98-86. It was a very hard-fought effort for AUM, but Valdosta State just shot the lights out in the second half. 22 of 37, 59%. That's going to be tough to beat. It was a hard-fought game by AUM, but just ultimately Valdosta State, you got to tip the cap. They shot the ball well. Not a lot we could do about it, and that's going to do it for home basketball.